Hey, my Liptons. So I wanted to come in here and I guess you can say talk about some few pop culture. I mean, listen, yeah, I already know. I've been saying like the pop culture scene for me personally. I just yes, there has been a lot of controversy, but it's just like a lot of it's just like, you know what? I'm just tired. You know what I mean? But I was just like, you know what? I wanted to come in here and do a quick pop culture because I feel like it's been a minute. Of course, I've been doing my Love Island reviews and things like that. I put that up on my YouTube channel. But I just wanted to quickly talk about a few things that have been in the news this week, I would say, okay? So, first I'm going to talk about Shannon Sharpe, his dumbass. We're going to talk about him and him getting fired from ESPN. We're going to talk about this girl, how do you say her name? JaNa or JaNa? I apologize if I'm saying her name wrong. We're going to talk about her because unfortunately I can't escape it on my timeline because it's been nothing but Love Island all over my timeline. Then I'm gonna talk about Kamala Harris and her and you know, and then lastly I'm gonna talk about Sydney Sweeney and this whole controversy with American Eagle. So before I continue on with this video, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's get up to 2,000 subscribers. Let's get the watch time hours up. If y'all want to see any of my previous videos on pop culture, on movies or anything, I've created playlists for them. Y'all can go back to my old videos. I've had recent videos about Love Island that if y'all want to watch those reviews as well, they're up on my YouTube channel. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is free. And let's get into it. So first let's talk about the coon. Let's talk about the raccoon. Listen, Shannon Sharpe, listen, I really have nothing for you really. There's really nothing left else to say when it comes to you. I did a video on my YouTube channel, discussing the controversy when it first broke out about Shannon Sharpe being into race play and and into this DSM, SNM, whatever you want to call it, race play kind of thing. It got exposed. He got sued for sexual assault, and he said that it was a shakedown. Now, apparently, I believe what was it, yesterday, or the day before. Now, apparently, he's settled. He's settled, mind you. It's a shakedown, right? It's such a shakedown. But you don't want to go to court. You don't want to go to trial. You don't want to fight for your life. But y'all settled. That's the same thing that Diddy did with Cassie. But yeah, they're quote unquote not guilty. Whatever. So he settled with her, and apparently, allegedly, the settlement was for $23 million, if I'm not mistaken. Allegedly, that's the number that's being thrown around. I'm not too sure. That's just the number that I'm seeing. I do find it crazy, and someone was saying this on, I believe, Twitter. Was it? Shannon Sharpe. Let's just be extremely very clear. Shannon Sharpe is a self-hating black man. Like when he looks in the mirror, he does not like himself, and I honestly feel like he needs some Shannon Sharpe needs psychiatric help. He does. I truly, honestly feel like he needs help, because the fact that you don't even like yourself in the mirror, and now you project a lot of those insecurities in the people that you pick, and a lot of the comments that you make. Apparently, Shannon Sharpe, mind you, his unambiguous, dark skinned daughter that looks exactly like him, she apparently was getting married, and he said that he was only gonna put in $30,000 into that wedding because he's on she's on a budget, so he won't give her he's only gonna give her $30,000, and that's it. But yet you can settle with this OnlyFans model for $23 million allegedly, because clearly it's for millions. Let's be very clear about that. They clearly settled for that OnlyFans model. She walked away with some mills, okay? But you can only invest. You can only put in $30,000 chump change to your daughter's own wedding. Talking about something, she's on the budget, so you can do that. So, and then on top of that, these old posts and tweets have been brought up during this whole situation about Shannon Sharpe's colorism. That because he apparently has a biracial daughter, I believe, and he also has a dark skinned daughter, and apparently anytime he takes photos or anytime he talks about his biracial daughter, he always in a way discusses her in a very fetishization kind of way. Like he always talks about, oh, how loose her hair is, how pretty her skin is, and that sort of thing. And it's just like, okay, that is extremely weird of you to be saying and doing, you know? And that yet he treats his unambiguous dark skinned black daughter as if she's just freaking like, I don't know, like the redheaded stepchild or something like that. It's just, Shannon needs help. I truly do feel like he needs help. He needs to go to therapy. He needs to figure out why he has so much of low self-esteem and so much self-hate where he's willing to degrade himself into engaging in race play sex with a girl who's freaking half your age. You can basically be her, forget about daughter, you could be her granddaddy at this point. You were messing around with a 19-year-old at the time OnlyFans model, and you didn't think that was going to backfire in your face. A man, you're literally, what is, I believe Shannon Sharpe is like in his early 60s, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think he's supposed to be near 60 or maybe late 50s. Like, and mind you, this girl was 19. You could have been her whole father, her whole grandfather. And you messing around with a girl like that, and on top of that, you engage in race play with a 19-year-old girl. And I don't give a damn about this whole, oh, she was a woman shit. Why is a freaking damn near 60-year-old man dealing with a 19-year-old girl? Why? For what? What do they have in common? It's just, to me, I feel no ways about it. I don't feel bad. I don't give a damn. You should have never been messing with her to begin with. I know people keep bringing up the Cat Williams thing and the Monique thing. Listen, and here's another thing too that I don't like, that I've been seeing online. And people keep saying, oh, well, he should have got with a black girl instead. He should have got with a black woman. He would have never been in this mess, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, so y'all want black women to endure the kind of like humiliation and the degrading manner that a lot of these freaking, athletes, these black athletes be doing to their freaking non-black partners? Like, y'all want black women to be freaking, what, doormats? And to be treated like shit behind the scenes? It's just like, I hate this whole thing where it's like, oh, like, if a white woman or a non-black woman ends up like suing or pressing charges on like a black man, all of a sudden you have like, there's like this sector of like black men that come out and say, oh, well, he should have been with a black woman and he never would have, he probably would have never went through this. And it's like, no, I'm glad that he wasn't with a black woman. Of course, no woman deserves to be freaking degraded or, humiliated or assaulted. But it's just like, no, that's what y'all go after. That's what y'all deal. That's y'all preference. Deal with y'all preferences. Don't subject black women to the freaking abuse. Black women go through enough in this country. Black women go through enough abuse. They have the highest femicide in this country. They have the highest freaking, like, we don't need more, the whole mortality rate. Like, black women have enough on their plate. Okay, please spare them. Spare the black women. Either way, I feel no ways about this raccoon. Okay, he got exactly what he deserved, and he got fired from ESPN. I don't know. He honestly should have resigned before they even got to this point. But yeah, but he'll be fine though. I know he has this podcast and that sort of stuff. So, people will still try to tune into him, I guess. But it's unfortunate too, because Shannon Sharpe is also very talented, like as far as like his commentary on ESPN. Like, he's genuinely like a funny person. So it's just like his own sexual like desires and like his lack of sexual discipline got him to this point. It got him to this point. So at the end of the day, he's just gonna have to deal with the consequences of his actions. So there's that on that. Next, I want to talk about this girl. Listen, I've said it before and I'll say it again, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Season 7 of Love Island was my first time watching Love Island. I never watched the first 6 seasons. Okay, so I know absolutely shit's naive about the other seasons, and I'm not going to watch it because, quite frankly, Love Island, and I said this before in my Love Island review for season 7, it was my first time, and it's gonna be my last time watching the series because I can't deal with the trauma. I can't deal with the racism, the sexism, the misogyny, the colorism, the jealousy. It's too much. And then on top of that, all the stand wars. It's all over my TL. I can't like. I don't want to be. I don't want to be in this space no more. However, obviously, due to me being in the Nicolandria, area of things, this whole situation with, how do you say her name, JaNa? This whole situation with JaNa and Kenny, I believe that's his name, Kenny Rodriguez, ended up spilling onto the whole Nicolandria, area of things. And I'm like, at first I was just like, why y'all even talk, what does this have to do with Nick and Alandria? Like, what does this have to do with anything? But those folks are also fans of this girl JaNa, and in the season 6 cast and things like that. And also those folks are probably watching Love Island before I even got on board with it. So apparently, and I don't have Kenny Rodriguez's picture here, but apparently this girl JaNa, she's from Love Island season 6, okay? She was with this guy Kenny. I don't know their story. I never watched. I actually thought she was supposed to, because I always saw the edits of like her and Rob. So I thought that her and Rob were together, but it turns out she's with Kenny. So I was like, okay. So allegedly, because I don't want no problems. But allegedly, so they ended up breaking up literally like this week. Like, I think they ended up breaking up this week. And JaNa and a lot of the cast members were basically insinuating or putting it out there that Kenny, who is like a Dominican, like a light-skinned Dominican man, like I guess he's honestly white passing in a way too. This white passing Dominican man was apparently saying racist comments about his own, mind you, his girlfriend, who is JaNa. So he was with JaNa for like a year, I think is what they're saying. And apparently these alleged text messages came out about her, calling her a black bee, and saying a lot of like anti-black stuff about JaNa. And then I'm just like, first of all, that is so diabolical. Here's my thing, right? Because it's like I look at it like from all parts of it. There's a part of me where I'm just like, JaNa, so like you didn't vet this guy, like you didn't vet this man, like for a year, you didn't get the feels about him, and then on top of that, like I seen, it's because on Twitter, like they be posting clips now all of a sudden, and it's like I see these clips from like on the show or after season 6 was done. I'm seeing these clips of like Kenny, like the way he's acting around JaNa, like he would always drop her at certain moments, and like he would look at her a certain type of way. So it's just like, you didn't peep none of that for like a year. You didn't vet this man properly. So there's that part of it. But then I also got to look at Kenny, and I'm just like, how do you end up like, and obviously, this is where like the whole clout thing comes into play, because I think because too, JaNa apparently was very popular on season 6 of Love Island and that sort of thing. So I guess he wanted to latch onto that. I don't know if Kenny was like a bombshell or anything. I think he was, but I think he came in and saw her popularity and wanted to latch onto that and get the brand deals and things like that. That's probably what it was. So, but that is diabolical. I'm sorry. Like, that is like, imagine sleeping with someone that hates you, a freaking racist. Like that, bro, I would die. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I would die. Like, Kenny needs to go to the depths of hell. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that is so disgusting. That is so disgusting. And, like, you playing in this girl's face when knowing that you don't even like her. It low-key... No, I don't want to compare it to that, because I feel like I'm willing to get dragged for comparing it. Because I feel like people... My nipples, I feel like y'all were going to peep what I was about to just say. But, like... So you were just using JaNa, like you were just using her to, to get these brand deals, to get these sponsorships and things like that, but you really don't like her. And I'm not even gonna hold you. This could have come at a worse timing, because the way Nick and Alandria have been getting, people online are just fighting the stand wars all over the place. You have the freaking Shelly and A stands going against Nick and Olandria. You have the Amaya and Brian stands. Some of them, not all of them, going against. You have the Huda people. So it's just like they've been getting hits all over the place. And then there are people that are saying, "Oh, Nick is sneaky. He's disingenuous," and they're also comparing Nick to Kenny, which I'm just like, how do y'all even? Where's the compare? These people don't even know each other. Like, it to me, I can't. It's like those are the things where it's like I don't even want to dignify it because it's just like it's so stupid. The fact that y'all would even compare Nick to Kenny when literally Kenny came into the from what I've seen on Twitter. I never watched the show, but I think Kenny came in as a bombshell, so he already knew the popularity of JaNa, so that's why he latched onto her. Whereas Nick and Olandra came into the villa, they were the OGs, so he didn't know what her popularity was going to be. He didn't know who she was. Like, he immediately gravitated towards Olandra. So it's like, I hate the fact that y'all are even trying to compare him to Nick. But then again, I feel like it's jealousy too, because they feel some type of way about Nick and Olandra being the most popular couple out of Love Island season 7, okay? And that's not me being biased, that is just the truth of the matter. Y'all can go look at the statistics. Either way, I hope JaNa too also, sis, I don't know, sis, like, you should have vetted that man. I know, obviously, maybe because obviously inside the villa, you have no phone access and things like that, so you probably weren't able to, but a year, and you weren't able to catch none of that, girl. But I'm also seeing them clips. It's like, I don't know, maybe the signs were there. To me, the red flags were there, so I don't know, JaNa, like, I feel bad for her too, though, but she definitely needs to go, like, she needs to go to therapy, like, you know what I mean? JaNa needs to go to therapy and you know, and get her mental health in check. I don't want her to jump into a new relationship because it's like, girl, don't do that. Just go get your mental health in check. Like, hang out with family, try to process this whole thing, and like, you know, and try to, and you know, I know she released a statement and stuff, but like, yeah, like, but Kenny is diabolical. Like, that is just disgusting. That is so menacing. Like, it's just like, wow, y'all really, how do you get with someone that you hate like that? Like, it's, to me, the money is not worth it. Like, I'm sorry, like, I get it, people be doing shit for the money, but then again, it happens. You know, you see a lot of some of these relationships where, like, especially, and it's no shade, it is no shade. You see a lot of times with like white women and black men kind of relationships where it's like the white woman will get with the black guy for the money and stuff like that, and once he's no longer useful, you know, throw him to the shreds. You know, so it's just like, I'm glad that JaNa was able to, you know, clock that and was like, I have too much self-respect for myself, unlike Shannon Sharpe, to move out of this, because I absolutely not. But yeah, he definitely could have been vetted, I would say, because I don't know, them clips that I was seeing on Twitter, I'm like, girl, he's clearly showing that, like, he's very rude to you, very disrespectful at certain points, and he looks very uninterested. So I don't know, like, who knows? But yeah, shout out to JaNa, and y'all guys stop bringing up Nicolandria in this season 6 Love Island. This is why, like, I'm not even gonna hold you. I want Nick. We still have to deal with this bum ass reunion thing that's coming up later this month, but after this, they need to stop. They need to separate themselves from this Peacock reality TV space. Like, enough with this shit. Like, Nick and Olandra need to move on to bigger and better things, big brand deals. Move on from it, because the shit ain't worth it. Like, it's too much. It's too much. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. Oh, God. So, child, here comes Kamala. So, listen, she's releasing a book. And listen, of course, her hardcore brainwashed stans are going to go buy the book. And she said that she's not running for governor of California, which, okay. And on top of that, according to what they're saying, I don't know, it's looking like they're also prepping her to be running again in 2028. And I'm just like, Democrats really don't learn shit. Democrats don't learn shit, bro. Y'all are really gonna run the same candidate that lost the popular and electoral college votes? All swing states, lost the popular vote and the electoral college, lost all swing states. Y'all are gonna run her again in 2028. Like, at least Hillary Clinton won the goddamn popular vote. She just didn't win the electoral college, but at least she won the popular. Kamala Harris ain't win, but double homicide. Double homicide, okay? Democrats don't know shit. I swear to God, if y'all run this, if Democrats run this later again in 2028, I'm gonna fall out. I'm gonna fall the hell out. Democrats don't learn nothing. They don't learn nothing. Like, listen, for the, how do you call them? Even though y'all shouldn't even be standing for politicians, because politicians are supposed to be public servants. Politicians are not celebrities. But for the, how do you call them? How do they call themselves? The K Hive, the Kamala stands. Listen, I know this is very hard. I know this is going to be hard for y'all to hear, to understand. Kamala Harris is not a good politician. Okay, she's not a talented politician. Like, we just have to be like. Can we be honest? Can we actually talk here? When she ran back in, when was it? 2020, she dropped out before the Iowa caucus because she wasn't getting the votes for that. Now, y'all didn't want to have a primary in 2024. Y'all pushed her in instead of having an open primary. Y'all pushed her in. She ran for 107 days and still lost the election to a fascist. The ones that y'all been warning us about and things like that, she lost to the fascist. And lost all swing states and lost the popular vote and lost the electoral college. We just gonna have to, like, listen. To me, it seems like the Democrats don't have a vision. And I'm talking about the establishment Democrats. But then again, listen, it's above me now when it comes to, like, the two political parties. Y'all already know my feelings about the Republicans and Democrats. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm over it. But, one thing I would give the Republicans credit, at least they know what their message is and they know who they are and they know what they want. Democrats don't know what they want. That's the problem. They want to serve both masters. And it's like, either you're for the people or you're for your donors. Either you're for the people or you're for the establishment. Either you're for the people or you're for AIPAC and all these corporations and all these billionaires and things like that. You can't do both. The Republicans have already proved they're for the billionaires. They're staying on that. Democrats, they try to play both sides of the fence, and people are not falling for it anymore. People are not falling for it anymore. You can't say that you're for the people, for workers, for, the lower class and things like that. But yet y'all guys are still out here taking donor money, insider stock trading, also for the oligarchy too. You can't be talking out of both sides of your mouths. That's why I was never buying into that whole Bernie Sanders AOC fight the oligarchy. It's like, bitch, are y'all guys calling out the oligarchy in the Democratic Party? Like, that's the things that I don't understand. It's like, for some reason, when it comes to, like, take politics out of it, if this was like some regular ass shit, people will be calling the Democrats hypocrites, because it's like, y'all also have a billionaire freaking oligarch donors. And if we're gonna be honest about it too, nobody, y'all already know the K-Hive don't like to hear this, but Kamala Harris had more billionaire donors in the 2024 election than Donald Trump. Y'all can go look that up. I ain't lying. The stats are there. So it's like, if we're gonna call out the oligarchy, are we calling out the oligarchy in the Democratic Party too? What is it giving? And then on top of that, Kamala Harris can't come in here talking about some, Republicans in my office. And no. To me, I just think that, for overall, Kamala Harris is just not a talented politician. It is what it is. And if she runs, like, it's not gonna, people are not, like, come on, y'all, come on. If anything, if I want to give Democrats some suggestions, as far as, like, establishment Democrats on who to run, personally, even though you already know I'm not establishment, But like, who I would personally feel like would have a chance, I would say Tim Walz. Um, I don't want to say Gavin Newsom because I don't know. I feel like Gavin Newsom is like extremely hated. Like anytime I'm watching like these independent media networks, like they be dragging the shit out of him. So, and they say that California is just a hot mess. So I don't know. Like Gavin Newsom also got a lot of baggage too. So that's why I don't know. I would put, I don't know, if it was like 5 years ago, I would say Gavin Newsom, but like the way things have been for Gavin Newsom lately, the way they've been dragging him, I don't know. I don't know if the people are gonna be receptive towards him. I don't. I also don't think Pete Buttigieg too is another. He's just Pete Buttigieg gives me like Obama light. Like he don't even get like what is Pete Buttigieg too. His personality. He has no personality to me. Like it's just I can't do it. Democrats need to find their leader. I don't know who their leader is gonna be, but personally for me, I think that like Tim Walz should be out here campaigning all over the country, doing his big one because I think he's probably the best viable option because Kamala Harris is just not the one to be. She's just not gonna win. I'm sorry, she's just not gonna win. She didn't win this one. She didn't win the Iowa caucus the last time. She's just not gonna win. I know the K Hive is gonna be very angry with me when I say that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, so just that on that. All right, next topic. I don't know what this girl like. It's like Sydney, and I spoke about Sydney Sweeney a few times on my channel. I spoke about her. This whole situation with American Eagle. Okay, so here's the statement that American Eagle released today. So it says that Sydney Sweeney has great genes, is and always was about the genes. Her genes, her story. We'll continue to celebrate how everyone wears their American Eagle jeans with confidence their way. Great genes look good on everyone. Listen, American Eagle's full of shit. Yeah, I already know. I don't know. I feel like I'm very balanced on this. For me, at least, I think I'm very balanced on this channel. I think when things are being dragged out or things are a reach, I call it out. And when I think things are for is what it is and why people are going off, I think I also call that out too. And for the situation, listen, we have to be honest. This campaign was a play on eugenics, and we just have to for the people that are going to be out here, oh my god, you're too woke and da da da. Listen, like I said, I'm a neutral kind of girly on this channel, but I have to. When I watched I watched it. It was a play on eugenics. I don't care what nobody else say. Of course, yes, they're trying to promote the genes. Yeah, play on. It was a double entendre, basically, with the genes, things like that. And on top of that, they crossed out the G and put the J. It was a play on eugenics. American Eagle saw the climate that we're in right now, and this whole I guess you could say anti-woke, just like let's all be proud to be Nazis kind of vibe. You know what I mean? And on top of that, this whole, and it's no shade, and even though I like it, though, not the Nazis part, the whole trad wife thing, that's going on too. Trad wife, and moms and women wanting to stay home and that sort of thing. This is I felt like this campaign was a representation about the discourse that's going on right now online. And let me just say this, American Eagle, listen, all publicity is good publicity. The outrage and that's why with me, the rage bait stuff no longer, that's why I on this channels, particularly when it comes to pop culture news, that's why I've taken a break from it, because it's just I'm over the rage bait. You can just clearly tell now how much shit is just rage bait at this point. Because nobody's creative anymore. Nobody knows how to freaking sell something without being controversial, which this ad was. And they knew the American Eagle knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. They were promoting eugenics at the same time promoting their genes, because they want people to go buy their genes. But they were also promoting the blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie America. They were promoting Americana. They were promoting white is the right way to go kind of thing. They're promoting the standard of beauty, which in, as far as like with the white community, it's the blonde hair, blue eyed white woman, pale white woman. So yeah, they definitely played into like the eugenics thing. And while trying to sell their jeans, I saw that their stock is up, but I don't know if this is gonna be very sustainable though, because it's like, okay, stock can be up, but is the sales gonna are people gonna go buy it though? Are the sales, what's gonna happen 3 months from now, and people are boycotting American Eagle? What then? I think Sydney Sweeney. I think if she wants to be, mm, I don't know. I think she also knew what it was. Like, she knew what it was too. Like, she knew she played onto it. Sydney Sweeney has this like sex symbol image too, and she has also a male fan base. So she was also trying to, what I mean, look at her character, and Euphoria, and all these, these roles that she be, very hypersexual, kind of girly, and she was playing up to her fan base, and it worked. It worked for the good and for the bad. Or like I said, all publicity is good publicity. So listen, American Eagle, for now, for the time being, they got their names. Even though I haven't bought American Eagle. When was the last time I went to American Eagle? I don't even, like, even before that. I wasn't even going to American Eagle. It's been a while. And I won't be going after this, because I don't shop there anymore. It's just like, it's not that I'm boycotting it. It's just I have no interest. You feel me? So, but yeah, maybe the Nazis and the white supremacists and the eugenics people can go and shop over there. But yeah, listen, it is what it is at this point. I'm over it. I'm over the rage bait. Like, now you can just tell when companies are rage baiting, and I think that people should just. I just want people to ignore the shit now. Like, ignore the rage bait. Like, just take it off your timeline. Like, who cares? Like, at this point, let them. Let people do what they want to do. Because I'm just tired of it. But that is. I'm sorry, y'all. My nose is so stuffed. It's getting stuffy. Because it rained so bad last night. Now today is just, the weather's all over the place. But yeah, that is just my thoughts on that. Please tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get up to 2,000 subscribers, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.